On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Sunset.
The time in the evening at which the sun begins to fall below the horizon. Verb, to expire or be terminated automatically at the end of a fixed period.
Examples:
Sunset dysfunction. Spectacular sunset views. He is in the sunset of his life.
Purple.
Of a color intermediate between red and blue.
Examples:
Deep purple. Purple sweet potatoes. The plant has a stunning purple blossom.
Flutter.
To wave or flap quickly and lightly. Noun, the act of moving back and forth.
Examples:
Flutter around finding. A flutter of a bird. The butterfly fluttered its wings gracefully.
Faint.
Not strong, clear, or vigorous, slight or weak.
Examples:
Faint memory. Faint aroma of roses. She heard a faint, nearly invisible scream.
Nag.
To annoy or irritate someone persistently with repeated complaints, requests, or criticism. Noun, an old or overworked horse.
Examples:
Nag about the minor thing. Nag political leaders. She couldn't stop nagging her husband to take out the trash.
Amber.
A hard, translucent, yellow-orange or brownish-yellow fossil resin that is used in jewelry and ornamentation and often contains insects or other small organisms that were trapped inside when the resin was sticky. Also used to describe the color that resembles this type of resin.
Examples:
Amber resin. Amber ale. The bracelet was made of beautiful amber stones.
Incense.
A substance that is burned to produce a pleasant scent, often used in religious or spiritual ceremonies. Figuratively, something that is pleasing or satisfying to the senses, feelings, or emotions.
Examples:
Incense burner. Incense stick. In ancient times, people believed that burning incense helped ward off evil spirits.
Scent.
A distinctive smell, especially a pleasant one.
Examples:
Natural scent. Scent memory. The scent of freshly baked bread filled the bakery.
Bra.
A woman's undergarment designed to support the breasts.
Examples:
Push-up bra. Sports bra. She bought a new bra that was comfortable and supportive for all-day wear.
Haunt.
To frequent or visit repeatedly, often in a way that is disturbing or unsettling. To occupy or fill the mind, often in a way that is unpleasant or persistent.
Examples:
Haunt memories. Haunt my conscience. The crowd's boos and jeers continued to haunt the performer long after the show ended.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Comfort.
A state of physical ease and freedom from pain or constraint.
Examples:
Words of comfort. Comfort level. He found comfort in the warm embrace of his loved ones.
Affair.
Event, situation, or subject that is significant from a political or public perspective, a secretive or illicit sexual relationship.
Examples:
Current affairs. Domestic affairs. Some critics say this exhibition will be a big affair.
Grief.
A very great sadness, especially when somebody dies.
Examples:
Have grief and sorrow. A lot of grief. Each person has a unique grief experience.
Devoid.
Completely lacking or free from something.
Examples:
Devoid of life. Air devoid of pollution. The room was devoid of any furniture or decorations.
Talent.
A natural ability to be good at something. Someone who has a natural ability to be good at something.
Examples:
A person of diverse talents. Raw talent. Numerous great professional sports talents have come from this city.
Satiate.
To satisfy or fulfill an appetite or desire completely, to fill or gratify to excess, to quench or extinguish a thirst or hunger.
Examples:
Satiate thirst. Satiate desire. Eating a healthy and balanced meal can satiate hunger and provide essential nutrients for the body.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Breath.
The air that is taken into and expelled from your lungs. The process of taking into and expelling air from your lungs.
Examples:
Hold your breath. Breath of wind. He bated his breath when talking about this affair.
Clap.
To hit your hands together and make a short and loud noise, mainly to show your approval or praise.
Examples:
Clap my hands. Clap a book shut. We clapped along with the singer's song.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Rah-rah.
Characterized by enthusiastic support, excitement, or encouragement, often associated with cheerleading or spirited displays of enthusiasm.
Examples:
Rah-rah cheer. Rah-rah attitude. The cheerleaders wore colorful rah-rah uniforms to support their team.
Scream.
To give a loud, high shout suddenly, especially because of fear, anger, excitement, etc., to utter or declare in a very loud voice.
Examples:
Scream a profanity. Scream at him to be quiet. She kept screaming for an ambulance.
Mystery.
Something difficult to understand or explain, a secret or enigmatic quality that adds to the fascination or interest of something. A genre of fiction that involves the solution of a crime or a puzzle.
Examples:
Mystery novel. Unsolved mystery. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of the traveler has yet to be solved by authorities. Context. The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning. Examples: historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision. Ragged. Of clothing, frayed or not in good condition, tattered. Examples: ragged edge. Ragged clothing. The old flag was ragged and torn. Immortal. Having eternal or never-ending life, living forever, incapable of dying, having enduring fame or lasting significance. Examples: immortal soul. Immortal love. Legends often describe mythical creatures as immortal beings. Beg. To ask for something urgently or earnestly, to appeal to someone to do something. Examples: beg the question. Beg for help. She begged her parents to let her go to the concert. Finite. Having a limit or restriction of size, time, etc. Examples: finite resources. Finite decimal. Human beings have a finite lifespan, so we yearned for the idea of immortality. Doula. A trained professional who provides emotional, physical, and informational support to individuals, typically women, before, during, and after childbirth.
Examples:
postpartum doula, trained doula. The mother hired an experienced doula to provide emotional and physical support during childbirth.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples:
embrace an opportunity, a warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.
Mortality.
The quality or state of being subject to death.
Examples:
mortality due to cancer, lower infant mortality. This disease has a high mortality.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
a medical opinion, temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Holistic.
Relating to or dealing with the whole of something rather than just its parts.
Examples:
holistic education, develop a holistic vision. The holistic approach to healthcare considers the person's physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
communal swimming pool, communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
process improvement, decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Acknowledge.
To accept or admit the existence, reality, or truth of something. To accept that someone or something has a particular authority or quality. To express obligation, thanks, or gratitude for someone's help, commitment, etc.
Examples:
acknowledge the deed, acknowledge his help. He never acknowledged his fault.
Privilege.
A special right or advantage that only one person or group of people has, usually because they are rich and powerful in a society.
Examples:
a breach of privilege, privilege of membership. In the Middle Ages, the right to hunt in the wild was the privilege of royalty and nobility.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
afford to buy a new car, afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples:
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Serendipity.
The occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way, a fortunate accident or discovery.
Examples:
Serendipity moment. Serendipity discovery. The discovery of penicillin was a result of serendipity.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Necessity.
The state or fact of being needed, anything indispensable.
Examples:
In great necessity. The necessity of the concrete measure. He emphasized the necessity of immediate action.
Aid.
Things sent to help countries in need, notably food or money, support.
Examples:
Financial aid. Country-by-country aid programs. Pakistan's aid budget was still being reviewed.
Foundation.
The lowest load-bearing part of a building, typically below ground level, a fundamental basis or principle upon which something is built or established, an organization that provides funding or support for charitable or educational purposes.
Examples:
Foundation course. Weak foundation. The foundation of the building was cracked and needed to be repaired.
Depressed.
Sad and without any hope.
Examples:
Depressed feeling. The market is depressed. After his mother died, he got depressed.
Absence.
The fact or condition of being away from a place where they are typically anticipated to be.
Examples:
Absence from work. A leave of absence. Another critical factor of child poverty is the father's absence.
Fellow.
Someone who has the same job or interests as you, or is in the same class, profession, or situation as you.
Examples:
Junior fellow. Nice fellow. He is the kind of fellow who only works for his success.
Uterus.
A hollow muscular organ in the body of a woman or other female mammal in which a baby or young animal develops before birth.
Examples:
Uterus cancer. Bleeding from uterus. The physician prescribed medication to relieve the contraction of the uterus.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis, cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Illuminating.
Making something clear or easy to understand, providing light.
Examples:
Illuminating light. An illuminating answer. The lecture was illuminating and gave me a new perspective on the topic.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
First-hand.
From the source, directly, adjective, received directly from a source.
Examples:
Hear customers' voices firsthand. Conduct first-hand research. The manager tried to hear customers' voices firsthand.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Censor.
A person or institution responsible for examining books, movies, and other forms of media to determine if they are harmful or offensive and should be banned or altered. An official in charge of banning or suppressing information.
Examples:
Censor a book. Censor a TV program. The newspaper editor decided to censor the controversial headline to avoid backlash.
Discomfort.
A feeling of being uncomfortable physically or mentally or being embarrassed, a slight pain.
Examples:
Endure discomfort and pain. Discomfort in the abdomen. He felt no discomfort as the dentist drilled his deadened tooth.
Invitation.
A spoken or written request to participate or be present or take part in something.
Examples:
A letter of invitation. Invitation of foreign investment. I will be very happy to accept your invitation.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Grim.
Looking or sounding very serious or gloomy.
Examples:
Grim reality. A grim-featured man. The result presented a grim picture of inefficiency and corruption.
Contend.
To struggle to win or surmount something.
Examples:
Contend that tobacco is non-addictive. Contend for a championship. Tobacco companies have long contended that their product is not addictive.
In-law.
A relative by marriage, such as a mother-in-law, brother-in-law, or sister-in-law.
Examples:
Future in-law. Meeting in-laws. My sister-in-law is a pediatrician who works in a children's hospital.
Peter.
To fail or lose power, efficiency, or value gradually before coming to an end.
Examples:
Eventually peter out. Begin to peter out. The music just petered out.
Saint.
A person who is recognized as having an exceptional degree of holiness, virtue, or devotion.
Examples:
Saint statue. The departed saint. The faithful follower venerated the saint's relic.
Niece.
A daughter of one's sibling, brother-in-law, or sister-in-law.
Examples:
A bouncing niece. Play with her niece. My niece is a talented artist who has won several awards for her drawings.
Usher.
A person who shows people to their seats in a theater or church or who guides them through a building.
Examples:
Act as usher. Usher theater. The uniformed usher showed the guests to their seats.
Compassion.
A strong feeling of sympathy and sadness for another's suffering or bad luck.
Examples:
Feel compassion for the poor. Have compassion toward the accident. His infinite love and compassion for everyone never weary.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Hint.
An indirect suggestion, a slight but appreciable amount of something.
Examples:
Hint of trouble. Helpful hints. There was no hint of a problem.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
An uncomfortable silence. With an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Witness.
A person who sees something happen, especially a crime or an accident.
Examples:
Witness of the car accident. A material witness. The manufacturing industry is witnessing fierce competition.
Trench.
A long, deep ditch made in the ground, usually parallel to a plate boundary and marking a subduction zone. A long ditch built in the ground for carrying away water.
Examples:
Deep sea trench. Trench excavator. A trench was being dug alongside the road by workers.
Folk.
People in general, especially those of a particular group or type.
Examples:
Folk art. The folk songs of a particular district. Some seaweed was used as folk medicine in ancient times.
Grace.
A quality of being pleasing, especially in appearance or manner, a temporary exemption, especially an extended period granted as a special favor, a short prayer of thanks before a meal.
Examples:
Say a grace. End of the grace period. The old oak tree stood with grace and majesty in the park center.
Vantage.
A position or place that provides a commanding or advantageous view or perspective, a favorable position or advantage.
Examples:
Strategic vantage. Gain advantage. From our vantage point, we could see the whole city skyline.
Consciously.
With awareness, in a deliberate manner.
Examples:
Consciously aware of a problem. Act consciously. He consciously criticizes her in the publicity.
Curate.
A clergyman who is in charge of a parish, a person in charge of a museum, gallery, or church, responsible for the care and display of its collections and exhibitions. Verb, to carefully select, organize, and maintain items in a collection, exhibition, or presentation.
Examples:
Perpetual curate. Curate an art website. The art museum has hired a curate to select and display pieces from its collection.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Pose.
To present a risk, problem, or other issues that must be addressed.
Examples:
Pose a significant threat to my company. Pose a challenge. The chemicals pose a massive health risk.
Glimmer.
A flash of light, especially unsteady or reflected light, a slight sign of something.
Examples:
Without a glimmer of truth. Give a glimmer of light. There is, however, a glimmer of hope.
Unconscionable.
Not guided by conscience, unprincipled, unreasonable, excessively or shockingly excessive, unreasonably harsh or severe.
Examples:
Unconscionable behavior, unconscionable decision. It is unconscionable that some companies exploit their workers for profit.
Flagrant.
Conspicuously or offensive, glaringly, bad or wrong.
Examples:
Flagrant violation, flagrant disregard. The athlete committed a flagrant foul, resulting in his ejection from the game.
Magical.
Produced by or containing supernatural powers.
Examples:
Magical place, magical powers. When I was a child, my mother often cast magical spells to ease my pain whenever I was injured.
Composite.
Made up of different parts, elements, or substances. Noun, something made from two or more different substances.
Examples:
Composite materials. A composite of different photographs. The composite index tracks the performance of multiple stocks in the same sector.
Shove.
To push someone or something in a rough way.
Examples:
Shove a person aside. Shove hamburger into my mouth. He forcibly shoved the flyer into my bag.
Juicy.
Containing much liquid, often used to describe fresh fruit or meat, interesting or exciting, often because it is scandalous or revealing.
Examples:
Juicy gossip. Juicy fruit. The burger was so juicy that it dripped down my hand as I ate it.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Applicable.
Fit or suitable to be applied, having relevance to a person or thing.
Examples:
Give applicable examples. Accordance with applicable law. This regulation is not applicable to minors.
Decent.
Satisfactory, acceptable, or good in a general sense.
Examples:
Yearn for the decent living. A decent education. He earned a decent salary at his job.
Adversity.
Difficulties or hardships that someone faces.
Examples:
Environmental adversity. Struggling with adversity. The team demonstrated great resilience in the face of adversity and won the game.
Trailblazing.
Pioneering, innovative, the action of blazing a trail or creating a path for others to follow.
Examples:
trailblazing technology, trailblazing approach. The trailblazing scientist paved the way for future research in the field.
Bunch.
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
a bunch of trees, a bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Romantic.
Of or relating to love or a sexual relationship.
Examples:
romantic movies, romantic breakup. It was his first romantic love.
Plot.
A secret plan or scheme to achieve a specific goal. The plan or main story of a literary work. Verb, to plan secretly, usually something illegal.
Examples:
plot line, plot a surprise attack. The plot of the novel centers around a group of friends who uncover a conspiracy to control the world's water supply.
Twist.
To bend or turn something into a certain shape.
Examples:
twist around to the left. Twist a wet towel. He twisted pieces of rope out of straw.
Aggressive.
Behaving in an angry, energetic, or threatening way towards another person, tending to spread quickly.
Examples:
an aggressive war. An aggressive tumor. An aggressive tide wrecked the ship.
Pointless.
Having no purpose or reason, serving no useful function, meaningless or senseless.
Examples:
pointless argument. Pointless task. The meeting was considered pointless since nothing was accomplished.
Milestone.
An important event or stage in the development or progress of something. A stone by the side of a road to show distances.
Examples:
key milestone. Milestone event. Reaching the milestone of 1,000 subscribers on her SNS channel was a major achievement for her.
Appointment.
A formal arrangement to meet someone at a particular time and place, especially for a reason connected with their work. The act of putting a person into a job or position of responsibility.
Examples:
appointment calendar. Take up an appointment. We had to reschedule the dentist's appointment.
Scan.
To examine something hastily, with the eyes or with a machine, to get information.
Examples:
scan the face of a man. Scan a document into PDF. She stood on the podium and scanned an audience.
Medication.
A drug or other form of medicine that treats, prevents, or alleviates the symptoms of the disease.
Examples:
Antibiotic medication. Medication by mouth. The pharmacist not only prescribes the medication but also guides its proper use.
Distract.
To draw someone's attention away from what they are trying to do.
Examples:
Distract attention from the real issue. Distract public opinion. Please don't distract me while I'm studying.
Difficulty.
A condition or state that causes problems.
Examples:
The degree of difficulty. Difficulty in breathing. He has difficulty exercising because of a back injury sustained in an accident.
Zoom.
To move along very quickly, noun, the act of rising upward into the air.
Examples:
Zoom in on a photo. Zoom lens. He zoomed back in time to the soccer game.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
Soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Diet.
The food and drink that a person, animal, or community eats and drinks regularly, a legislative assembly in certain countries, for example, Japan.
Examples:
Eat a vegetarian diet. Diet approval. A balanced diet is more important for health than supplements.
Dessert.
A sweet food served as the last course of a meal.
Examples:
Dessert knife. Easy dessert recipe. Let's go to an all-you-can-eat dessert restaurant.
Fry.
To cook food, especially meat or fish, in hot fat or oil.
Examples:
Fry an egg. Fry over low heat. She devoted herself to frying the chicken in a pan until it was crispy and golden brown.
Brownie.
A small square or rectangular piece of chocolate cake, typically with nuts or chocolate chips. Brownie point, a figurative reward or recognition for doing something good or helpful.
Examples:
Earn brownie points. Brownie recipe. She baked a batch of chocolate chip brownies for the office party.
Chemotherapy.
The treatment of disease, particularly cancer, using special drugs that have a toxic effect on cancer cells, frequently used in conjunction with other therapies such as surgery and radiation.
Examples:
Chemotherapy regimen. Chemotherapy side effects. Many cancer patients undergo chemotherapy as a treatment option.
Ravage.
To cause damage to something badly.
Examples:
Ravage a country. Ravage the brain. A large fire ravaged the forest.
Bud.
A small swelling on a plant stem or twig containing an undeveloped shoot.
Examples:
Pinch off a bud. Bud grafting. The flower was starting to show its bud and would soon bloom into a beautiful blossom.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples:
Rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Soufflé.
A light, fluffy, and puffy baked dish made from beaten egg whites, often mixed with other ingredients such as cheese or vegetables.
Examples:
Souffle recipe. Chocolate souffle. She made a delicious cheese souffle for dinner.
Lick.
To pass the tongue over something to moisten, taste, or eat.
Examples:
Lick a teaspoon. Lick its wounds. She licked the envelope to seal it before mailing it.
Hospice.
A specialized care facility or service for terminally ill patients intended to provide comfort and support in the final stages of life. Any program, organization, or approach focused on end-of-life care and support.
Examples:
Hospice care. Home hospice. The hospice team includes nurses, social workers, chaplains, and volunteers who work together to provide comprehensive care.
Delight.
A feeling of great pleasure or happiness.
Examples:
A tremor of delight. With delight. The delight on the child's faces when they received the toy was priceless.
Virtue.
High moral standards in behavior or attitudes.
Examples:
Virtue of frugality. Acquire a virtue. She had many good virtues and few faults.
Fantasy.
A fiction with a large amount of imagination in it, a pleasant situation that you imagine, but that is unlikely to happen.
Examples:
Fantasy novel. Confuse fantasy with reality. Composition by artificial intelligence is no longer a fantasy.
Harsh.
Severe and unkind, extremely tough and unpleasant to inhabit.
Examples:
Harsh climate. Use of harsh chemicals. The Prime Minister faced harsh criticism.
Inaction.
The lack of action or activity, the state of not doing anything, the failure to take action when action is needed.
Examples:
Excuse for inaction. Consequences of inaction. Inaction in response to climate change poses a dire threat to our future.
Accomplishment.
The successful completion of a task or goal, an ability that has been acquired by training.
Examples.
Proud of his accomplishments. The accomplishment of a social goal. Graduating from college was a major accomplishment for her.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples.
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Birthright.
A right or privilege that is considered to be a natural or inherent possession, often as a result of birth or ancestry.
Examples.
Birthright citizenship. Claim birthright. It was his birthright to inherit his father's estate.
Messy.
Disorganized and untidy.
Examples.
Messy data. Messy handling. His messy bedroom is always a source of frustration for his mother.
Fantastically.
In a manner that is extremely or unbelievably good, impressive, or bizarre, in a fanciful or imaginative way.
Examples.
Fantastically dressed. Fantastically wealthy. She sang fantastically in the talent show and won first place.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples.
A magic spell. She is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Mundane.
Very ordinary and therefore lacking interest or excitement.
Examples.
Mundane affairs. Mundane objects. After returning from the war, he had a pretty mundane life.
Absolve.
Especially in religion or law, to declare someone free from guilt, punishment, or responsible for something.
Examples.
Absolve you from this responsibility. Absolve a person of a sin. The lender offered to absolve him of $500 in debt on condition of work.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples.
A grand meal. Grand this year.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done, noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples.
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early. Giant. Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Spinning.
The act of rotating rapidly around an axis. In the context of textiles, the process of twisting fibers together to form thread or yarn.
Examples:
Spinning machine. Spinning wheel. She took a spinning class at the gym to improve her cardiovascular fitness.
Regularly.
At regular intervals or times.
Examples:
Regularly arranged. Post regularly to a blog. This site regularly shares high-quality academic materials.
Traffic.
The movement of vehicles, people, or goods along a route or through a transport system. The amount of such movement in a particular place or at a particular time.
Examples:
Traffic jam. Heavy traffic. We decided to take a detour to avoid the construction traffic on the main road.
Merge.
To combine or integrate things, or to cause this to happen.
Examples:
Merge into a new party. Merge those systems into a new one. This consulting firm decided to merge the two companies into one.
Scary.
Causing fear or fright, frightening, intimidating.
Examples:
Scary dream. Scary story. The horror movie was so scary that I couldn't watch it alone.
Icky.
Unpleasant or uncomfortable, causing a feeling of disgust or revulsion.
Examples:
Icky feeling. Icky situation. The food left in the fridge for too long had an icky smell.
Disquiet.
A feeling of anxiety or unease, a sense of restlessness or agitation, a state of mental or emotional disturbance. Verb, to cause or feel unease, restlessness, or agitation.
Examples:
Cause disquiet among the residents. Mood of disquiet. The disquiet in the community grew as rumors spread about the upcoming changes.
Fragile.
Delicate or easily broken or damaged.
Examples:
Politically fragile nation. Fragile ecosystem. The vase was made of fragile ceramic and easily broke when it was dropped.
Ego.
A consciousness of your own identity, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance, especially inflated one.
Examples:
Ego defense mechanisms. National ego. She was constantly trying to boost her ego by talking about her accomplishments.
Powerless.
lacking power, strength, or authority, unable to act or effect change.
Examples:
Powerless position. Powerless in the organization. During the hurricane, we felt powerless against the winds and rain.
Surrender.
To cease resistance to an enemy or opponent and submit to their authority.
Examples:
Surrender at discretion. Surrender an insurance policy. The enemy was forced to surrender after a long battle.
Absurd.
Ridiculously silly, unreasonable, or illogical.
Examples:
Absurd storyline. An absurd amount of money. We immediately rejected his absurd suggestion.
Glorious.
Having or deserving great admiration, praise, and honor, having great beauty and splendor.
Examples:
A glorious victory. Photo in glorious color. I choose a glorious death rather than a shameful life.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Recoil.
To spring or flinch back, as in surprise, fear, or pain.
Examples:
Recoil in horror. Recoil from a snake. The gun recoiled with a loud bang.
Deathbed.
A person's bed, especially one in a hospital or home, on which they are expected to die or have died, a situation or event that occurs shortly before the end of someone's life.
Examples:
Deathbed confession. Deathbed scene. The family gathered around their grandfather's deathbed to say goodbye.
Barefoot.
Without shoes or other foot coverings, wearing nothing on the feet.
Examples:
Barefoot walk. Barefoot fashion. The barefoot hiker enjoyed feeling the earth beneath their feet.
Squish.
To crush or press something so that it becomes flat or distorted.
Examples:
Squish the ellipse. Squish a tomato. He squished the insect between his fingers to get rid of it.
Squirt.
To eject or discharge with force in a fast stream or jet. To spray or sprinkle with a liquid or substance.
Examples:
Squirt water. Squirt oil. She squirted the ketchup onto her fries before taking a bite.
Jaw.
Either of the two bones at the bottom of the face that moves when you open your mouth. Verb, talk socially without exchanging too much information.
Examples:
Snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Jaw muscle. He dropped his jaw at the unexpected sight.
Sour.
Having a taste that is acidic or tart. Noun, a person or situation that is unhappy or negative.
Examples:
Turn sour. A dollop of sour cream. The pickles had a tangy and sour flavor that went well with the sandwich.
Plantain.
A tropical plant of the banana family, typically grown for its starchy fruit that is often cooked and eaten as a staple food in many parts of the world. The ripe fruit of this plant eaten as a dessert.
Examples:
Green plantain. Plantain chips. I fried the ripe plantain slices until they turned golden brown.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples:
Spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Laughter.
The act or sound of laughing.
Examples:
Laughter all around. Bring laughter. Some doctor says laughter is the best medicine.
Nephew.
A son of your brother or sister.
Examples:
3-year-old nephew. Nieces and nephews. My nephew is 8 months old and still being breastfed.
Physically.
In a way related to a person's body or appearance rather than their mind.
Examples:
Physically and mentally. Stay physically fit. Having a physically healthy physique is essential for a great life.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Rage.
A strong feeling of anger or violence.
Examples:
Uncontrollable rage. Fall into a rage. She was filled with a burning rage at the injustice she had witnessed.
Frustration.
The feeling of being upset or annoyed as a result of being unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustration level. Express frustration. He felt a deep frustration as he realized the project would not be completed on time.
Despair.
The feeling that there is no hope and you cannot do anything to improve a difficult situation.
Examples:
Despair at the future. Untold despair. His friend's death drove him to despair.
Insecure.
Not firm or firmly fixed, likely to fail or give way, or not assured of safety.
Examples:
An insecure future. Insecure attachment. Children in an unstructured environment often feel insecure.
Crippling.
Causing someone to become unable to walk or move, causing severe damage or harm.
Examples:
Crippling debt. A crippling strike. He is still struggling with a crippling disease.
Doubt.
A feeling of being uncertain about something, especially about how good or accurate it is.
Examples:
Dispel doubts. No doubt about the news. Doubt is the start, not the end, of intelligence.
Disappointment.
The feeling of sadness, frustration, or dissatisfaction that arises when something does not live up to one's expectations or hopes.
Examples:
Disappointment in the result. Disappointment with the service. The cancellation of the concert was a huge disappointment for the fans.
Awe.
A feeling of respect and wonder inspired by someone or something greatly admired.
Examples:
A feeling of awe. In awe of the situation. The awe-inspiring mountains dominate the landscape.
Ache.
To experience a dull, persistent pain or discomfort, typically of moderate or low intensity, to feel a continuous dull pain.
Examples:
Ache abominably. Ache all the time. I ache all over after running a marathon yesterday.
Underwrite.
To assume financial responsibility for something.
Examples:
Underwrite a loan. Underwrite an issue of shares. The insurance company decided to underwrite the policy for the new building.
Explode.
To burst or break open violently and noisily, to cause something to burst or break open.
Examples:
Explode in anger. Explode in popularity. The old building exploded in a fiery inferno.
Cosmic.
Relating to the universe or cosmos, vast or limitless.
Examples:
Second cosmic velocity. Cosmic background radiation. Cosmic rays are high-energy particles that originate from outside the solar system.
Orgasm.
The peak of sexual pleasure during sexual activity, which typically involves intense physical and emotional sensations.
Examples:
Experience orgasm. Genital orgasm. Upon reaching orgasm, the body releases a surge of hormones, including oxytocin and endorphins.
Pinata.
A decorated container, often made of papier-mâché, filled with candies, small toys, or other treats, typically hung up at parties or celebrations and broken open by blindfolded participants using a stick.
Examples:
Colorful piñata. Piñata party. The children excitedly took turns hitting the piñata at the birthday party.
Glitter.
To shine with bright, sparkling light, to reflect light in a way that sparkles and shines.
Examples:
Glitter against her skin. Glitter in her eyes. Her dress glittered in the sunlight as she walked down the street.
Confetti.
Small pieces of colored paper or other material that are thrown around on festive occasions, especially in celebration or as part of the decoration.
Examples:
Confetti party. Confetti-filled balloons. We threw confetti at the wedding to celebrate the happy couple.
Turquoise.
A greenish-blue mineral that is a hydrated copper and aluminum phosphate and is valued as a gemstone, often used in jewelry and decorative objects.
Examples:
Turquoise dress. Turquoise jewelry. The turquoise waters of the Caribbean were a breathtaking sight.
Concentration.
The ability to focus all your time and energy on one thing without thinking about anything else.
Examples:
Concentration of armaments. His research area of concentration. This exam requires excellent concentration to pass.
Reabsorption.
The organic process in which the substance of some differentiated structure that has been produced by the body undergoes lysis and assimilation.
Examples:
Reabsorption of water. Glucose reabsorption. The tubules are responsible for the reabsorption of sodium once filtered by the kidneys.
Undulating.
Having a rising and falling motion or appearance like waves, marked by a smooth, wave-like movement.
Examples:
Undulating roads. Undulating waves. The undulating hills of Tuscany are a beautiful sight to see.
Eternal.
Being without beginning or end, lasting forever.
Examples:
The hope of eternal life. Eternal quarreling. In every civilization, rulers have tried everything possible to obtain eternal life.
Envelope.
To surround and cover completely, to encase.
Examples:
Envelop the whole world. Envelop her in a bear hug. The fog enveloped the city, making it difficult to see.
Encompass.
To surround or cover something completely, to include a large number of or different types of things entirely.
Examples:
encompass a broad range. Encompass the enemy. The optimal solution that would encompass all these elements has yet to be proposed.
Arthurian.
Relating to King Arthur and the tales and legends associated with him.
Examples:
the Arthurian cycle. Arthurian romances. The Arthurian legends of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table are popular literary motifs.
Solitary.
Existing, living, or doing without others.
Examples:
use of solitary confinement. A solitary traveler. He never uttered a solitary word.
Relief.
A feeling of happiness and relaxation that comes when something burdensome is removed or reduced.
Examples:
tax relief. Sigh of relief. He devoted his life to establishing a humanitarian relief fund.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Culmination.
The peak, highest point or climax of something, especially happening after a long time.
Examples:
the culmination of her ambition. Culmination altitude. Their achievements stand as a culmination of centuries of development.